I believe most folks be doing their own thing tonight. So, I don't know if lots of people are going to be hanging out today specifically, but with that, is chill. We are going to do our best to get the comic done. So, it's kind of one of those. If anything, that really is why I should be streaming art more. Because, like, with games, I like playing the games I choose for stream. Like, I've done my best to do more and more. Sorry about that. Bang on the desk. Ooh, didn't mean to. But do more and more stuff where it's like, I'm only streaming games I really want to stream, right? But it's like, if no one's hanging out with them, then it's just like, eh. But in art streams, it's a win-win. Either you have lots of people there, it's a real fun time, big party, or you have less people there and you get to focus on the art and get more done. So, full-time art streamer, I'm sure that'll go. I feel like I really need to consider changing what I title art streams, because that's my big problem, right? It's like, I don't know, would that be cool if there was just a VOD channel where it's just like hundreds of days of just like art on this day, art on that day, art on this day. That'd be truly wild. But anyway, yeah. I hope everyone's out there doing okay. It's another day. Another day we're all trying to get on by. Trying to be okay. But yeah. I'm literally just looking at memes right now. I was talking to someone, a patient I had today, about like picking up DVD box sets, because I unironically, I don't know what else to do. It stopped to be. I feel like it's legitimately. I'll start art now, but still, I wanted to let me talk about it. Because at one point, it was kind of an opinion thing of like, oh, I like to have libraries of like movies and cartoons and stuff, right? That streaming is fine. I like this, right? It used to be more of a just like that's my preference kind of thing. And now it feels almost unthinkable to me. to get streaming and be like, yeah, this is the end all be all solution, because it's like I'm sorry, I've been scorned too many times. There's been too many times where it's like, I have come to this streaming platform enticed by singular show I know about, and then they remove it. So it's like, now that's unthinkable. And not to mention, I don't have a lot of free time. It's not like I'm watching a million new shows. By the time I figure out a show is good and I do want to watch it, guess what? They still make box sets of series that are like go on streaming. So it'll probably be out already. So I would love to say that this is the weekend I sit down, work on art, and watch more Sentai. I just realized how close Sentai is to hentai. I wonder if Sentai fans, especially those who speak Japanese, are careful to specifically say Super Sentai, but I'm not. Anyway, but yeah, I have. I don't know if I talked about this. I have a family event, large-scale family event on Saturday, which is already planning to take up most of the day, right? And then also I've been given a duty even outside of that in conjunction with it. So Saturday gone. and that same duty carries over early into like Sunday. I gotta get up first thing in the morning and check on that same thing again. Make sure it's like, did you do your job? I did my job. Sick. So that's not all of Sunday. Like, I'm not gonna like fucking. I can get breakfast in the time it will take for me to do that stuff. So like, it's chill. But in my mind, that is like first half of the weekend spoken for. Second half of the weekend, we'll see if I feel like doing any art or if I just want to sit down and play games. Probably just want to sit down and play games. That being said, I don't know if I talked about this yesterday. Well, with Stealth here and us talking about Digimon and stuff. But fucking, I'd be looking at apartments. I see how affordable they are in my local area. I'm not really gonna give more details than that. Don't need to be like, yes, I'm looking at this address, which I will be moving to on stream, or any other details, but just in general, like, I think I have a pretty good job, actually, kinda, all things considered, especially in modern day, right? And with that in mind, and also keeping in mind that my idea for going forward in life includes trying to get this shit working, this shit doing anything for me. And then, what was I thinking of? You know, damn it. Then it's just like, I would like to find a situation. Which, oh lord. We be dropping frames. Oh no. Am I going to cancel stream tonight? I might end up having to cancel stream tonight. That would not be good. I'd prefer that not be the case. We okay? I mean, it's an art stream. But like, there's a point where it's like, oh, stream is crashing. Like, there's a point where it's like, it's gone so badly. Stream is down. I saw Discord being like, the signal's bad. It's like, that's not good. This is basically a phone call. And if the Wi-Fi cannot handle a phone call at the moment, it speaks badly. I was having some problems watching Pig's stream just before my stream. So, fingers crossed. If anyone comes in, hopefully. There goes the signal again. Fucking. Oh, I keep pressing the wrong. There we go. Yeah, not going to lie. Discord's little signal thing becoming a fugly shade of yellow. Not actually very encouraging. Not filling me with strength. Yeah, try and find a somewhat stable, as stable as anything can be, situation as I try to figure out life. So how things are going right but I love how I was like, how things are going right now, as I look at the signal as I eyeball that shit. Anyway, but yeah, how things are right now, it's like, it's fine, but room for improvement, and definitely room to be more like, take control of my life, you know? Also, let me see something real quick. I don't know if this is about to break it. I don't have Firefox open. No, that's Discord. Okay. I was about to say. Oh, you know what it is? Why is the... Okay. Well, like, why does this feel a little cramped? There's a little thing open. And also, we can... Yeah. I guess just a smidge like that. There we go. So much window management. And I love how it's window management. Like, I've made it so that now you can see all of Clip Studio Paint. But even then, I was still doing video management. You can't see. No, man. You know, I was talking about my comic just then. I feel like something I want to be clear is I like my comic. I do. And I've definitely seen enough stuff being like, don't like self-deprecate your own art, yada yada, right? So any failing to get this stuff off the ground, I count as my own personal thing, not on my comic, not on the actual thing I'm making. That part I can say I'm proud of, if nothing else. I'd be trying at least. Or you know, another box that I should look into getting, like real classic Tom and Jerry. For anyone who doesn't know, I think it's UPA. Let me look it up. I think it's like United something animation. Looking it up. I'm looking it up. The internet's actually doing pretty bad. Yep, United Productions of America. They're like somewhat famous because they did like a very like minimalist geometric style, and you've probably seen it before. Did they work on some early Cartoon Network stuff, or did like Powerpuff Girls just take the style? I don't know. I don't know what their status is in the future. I just know the origins of, like, you know, like a lot of things they were like with Disney and what have you. And they're like, well, we're sick of this, so we're going into business ourselves. And then part of how they differentiated their style was having like really kind of like simplistic geometric line art, etc., etc., etc. You probably would recognize it if you saw it, especially if you watched early Cartoon Network stuff. Dexter's Lab and Powerpuff Girls are definitely reminiscent, if they're not directly produced by the same people. But they are also kind of more the most detailed those animations end up looking. And I like it, but at one point Tom and Jerry kind of adopts that style, and I don't like that. I like Tom and Jerry when it's got like little still lifes and yada yada, you know, painterly almost. I think that is to those shorts benefit. So when in later decades they're like, we're going for more of like a, you know, like a very, very easy to draw or like flat kind of look, I'm just like, no. Not what I come here for. Thank you so much. You see, I do like this drink sometimes. I never order it here. So you might understand that when I'm like, no, thank you. Okay, I need to work more on the actual comic because I've gotten so distracted with stream. Just straight up crashing. Real fun. Yeah, that's another thing I'll have to figure out if / when I move. Just making sure I get nice and easy internet. I was talking about that yesterday. I wonder what's easier, getting good internet in like the middle of nowhere, or getting good internet where there is bad internet. You know what I mean? Some people would have me believe that the former, I mean the latter, is harder. Because obviously if you're in a place with bad internet, then when you try to go get internet, they'll be like, oh, you can just use this service, and it's like, that service is not his balls. It's just the worst. I am actively looking for something different and will fund efforts to get that rolling. And so, you know what? Yeah. Oh my goodness. I don't think I'm like, this is the problem, right? I have to keep having to tab over. Uh, but what was I just thinking of? But yeah, at some point I'll have to figure that out and be like, I would actually like very, very good. I'd try not to be like spending too much money all the time forever, but I do need good internet, so if you could hook me up with your finest, please do so. Yeah. Me when I see the comic panel of despair and agony. I've drawn the boys upset like once before this. And even then they weren't really upset, they were just kind of like they were being thrown away by an explosion. So this is the first time they're actually meant to seem like sad. Those bad things be going on. Also, it's fun because like these are meant to be like wrinkles under their eyes, right? These two lines here, this thicker line, that's just meant to be like their eye. It's so weird looking back at some old Mickey Mouse cartoons because you got like the way some Mickey Mouse cartoons are drawn. It's meant to be that like a good chunk of the white part around his eyes isn't meant to be like, I guess, skin or whatever. Like he's not meant to have dot eyes. Like those big round parts of his face, those are the rest of his eyes. And then that just kind of changed over time. It's changed so that now he's kind of had like a widow's peak. Kind of, I mean, and all like Disney characters do. So let me not make fun of Mickey's hairline. But what was I thinking of? But originally that whole like the shape the black fur on his head makes, that was just meant to be like his eyeballs. And it's interesting to look back at that. Like he'll blink and more of his head disappears than you might have initially thought if you've looked at more modern depictions of Mickey Mouse. You expect him to blink and like only the little dots go away, and then it's like no. Whole thing. Yeah. Also, like, I feel like there's definitely been a sentiment around the internet, especially with stuff going on and people being like, you know what, if everything's going to hell in a handbasket, I might as well, try making art I like. And if nothing else, it'll make me happy, right? I'm not the only person applying that kind of motto. But like, there's the idea of like, you can just make it now and then make it good later. Like, it's better to just start doing something and create it to be improved at a later point in time than it is to just never do it ever, basically, right? But I kind of feel that way with my comics, right? I don't even think they're particularly bad. I think, like I said, this isn't me going back on what I said. I think they're pretty good, all things considered. But I'm keeping an eye on. Oh, we are still dropping frames. Lord, I'm almost ready. I do want to work on the comic and hang out tonight. No one's really here, so as long as it's not like fully cutting off the stream, We can drop like a few frames here and there. That'll happen, so I'll try and calm down about it. Anyway. But yeah, it's not like I'm not making it as well as I can, but like, for example, in terms of like getting more people to read it, it's like I can continue to improve the writing and appeal I think the comic has as it goes on. And then if people like it, there'll be plenty of a backlog left there for them. So I do wonder if / when that would kick in, right? Because I've definitely seen when I was looking up stuff about like making webcomics and stuff before, a lot of people would say that, where it's like people would want to see like a good amount of like a decent library to already read. So it's better just to get cracking at it, so that way they can find that, as opposed to worry about getting them to read it as it's ongoing. And I do wonder if there will be a point where someone stumbles onto the comic and is just like, oh hey, this is cool, and there's plenty of it to read. That would be neat. That would be neat. Lord, my excitement at the possibility of getting like a... Also, I don't mean to keep checking. Okay, it's fine. The excitement of the possibility of me getting an apartment and stuff is definitely somewhat hampered by work, the existence of work, because you know, I don't necessarily want to keep going into my job. But I do need to pay bills. Dage is helping, and I'll say they have found some places that look alright and aren't necessarily going to be that much of a big impact on, in terms of like my budgeting and stuff like that, which is nice, because I pay room and board at my parents' house, which is but I I genuinely, if I had a problem with it, if I had that big of a problem with it, I'd probably bring it up more. I don't, because I'm just like I can handle it. And that's what they're all like. We want to know that you can handle things. Da 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 da. Yada da da. Right. But what was I thinking of? I should probably look at some of the other times I've drawn exaggerated faces on Walt and Willie, because there's been a few times they've been comically in distress, if not genuinely in distress. But anyway, I do feel like that that idea of room and board is becoming more and more of a relic of, like, you know, from times when things were better. Not to get too much on that, but it's just one of those things where it's like, why am I paying again? I should be saving any money I can, in the vain hope that it would help. Yeah, mostly because, like, sometimes I draw them with like the lines over their heads, but I've definitely done that less in serious circumstances. That's more for comedic effect, if anything. Yeah, usually I just draw them sweating, which, I mean, like, you know, the stretch of ocean that the boys hang out around is definitely meant to be Caribbean-esque, so I imagine it doesn't take too much to get them sweating. Oh, you know, I had some lines to be like, they're lowering their brow. Shadow falls over their face as they are upset. I'm really gonna put some big gloom back there. Also, give me a second. I'm gonna grab my inhaler. Because I'm a nerd who needs to breathe. Mostly, you know, I could add like a bit of, I was gonna say drip on their clothes. That means different things these days, but same thing, because not only are they sweating, they do just jump through a waterfall the panel before, so now you're fine. Yeah, that looking good so far. You know, like Roger Rabbit, how they'll frame it as like cartoons being filmed like movies or what have you. In a universe like that, are comics and comic strips like photo shoots, or are they just drawn because the cartoon characters being animated probably don't feel like standing around and posing for days on end? Who knows? Who knows? I do love fiction like that. But like, does anyone draw in a world like that? Like, if cartoons are living beings that you know, like maybe they are drawn into the world, but I'd still feel like drawing would be less prominent if you know, you didn't need as much art and instead just needed like the occasional person to birth a cartoon. Yeah, kid, you can go home. We already got our fucking cartoon birther in the back rooms. Not the creepypasta. This is 1940, before that was a thing. We got someone birthing the tunes. Up. You know, I would say drawing baseball caps is tricky, but I wouldn't know, because I draw a very loose approximation of a baseball cap for Walt and Willie. Lord, I don't know how many. I feel like the franchises that do this don't call attention to it as much, but like in the Star Wars sequels, I know this is a rough start. In the Star Wars, everyone's already typing something about it. Sequels. As they were trying to do anything, there's a point where like Kylo Ren and Rey are talking, and like Kylo Ren is like, "Your parents weren't anyone, and you're not like a child of prophecy. They legitimately just left you on that planet, and that sucks. But now you can be a Sith about it." And Rey thinks about that for a minute, but then like later they're like, and spoilers alert in case you were going to watch the Star Wars sequels, many would recommend against it. Fucking, they're like, actually, Rey's parents were, you know, related to Palpatine, if not Palpatine clones, just like fucking second cousins, I guess. Because of course they were. This is Star Wars, small galaxy. all things considered, very small galaxy. But I was about to just like do any, you know, do any franchises do that more legitimately? Of like, this is a child of prophecy, but fucking their parentage does not matter in the couldn't matter less. Parents out of the picture. They decided fuck this. Went off some who knows where. You know, and now we just got this cool super child. Cause I wouldn't say that Walt and Willie are any way like prophesy hero, you know, they're just kind of kids fucking around, and maybe they'll happen into important stuff sooner or later, who knows. But fucking, I will tell you this, their parents don't matter either way. They were left at an orphanage somewhere on one island or another, and when they were old enough to think, they said, "Oh, we don't like living in an orphanage," and they left. So that is as much backstory as anyone's getting out of that. And many people would probably point out that, because I forget, if I'm not mistaken, they are 10 and 11 at the time. Paula, Parrot, you got it. 10 and 11 now. So when they started being pirates, they were 9 and 8. And if you say, Cahill, it is unrealistic for 9-year-old and an 8-year-old to become successful pirates, I'd say you are correct. It is not something that typically happens. Luckily, it is a fantasy world, and I can just say it happened anyway. Like, I think the boys would have the same response if they were telling someone their life stories and someone stopped them to be like, "Hey, 9 and 8, too young to be being pirates," they would say, "You are correct. Moving on." You are correct, but we were not going to keep being orphans, and you can't go and change the past now. I mean, there's probably a few ways in this world to change the past, but none of them easily attained. And Walt and Willie wouldn't be happy to see you do it, so good luck getting past them. Yeah, you can't change the past. So, here we are. Actually, thinking about it, I don't know what would happen if you tried to change the past on Walt and Willie now, like in universe. Some funky stuff would probably start happening, even at this point in the story. So, best not to. Don't go fucking with time travel. I saw someone saying online the other day that, like, they're like, I think step one to inventing time travel is assuming that you won't invent time travel. You know? Time travel exists. Like, time travel is possible, it exists. And basically, you're just trying to find your way of doing it. You know? Like, when you make time travel, which you are already assuming, I guess, like, you're not you're not discovering, you're just doing in some way, you have to, you will then encounter other time travelers who have, independent of you, discovered time travel. And I'm like, huh. I thought they were going far. I'm gonna be honest. When they started saying that kind of stuff, I thought they were going far more intellectual than that. Not to put myself up on some kind of high horse. I just mean, like, they started by being like, you have to assume you won't discover time travel. I thought they kind of meant in the sense that, like, you start by assuming time travel can't happen, and then you just kind of do all you can to make sure that hypothesis is correct. And if you find evidence that it's not correct, then, well, you're on your way. Oh, Lord. Drawing circles is the hardest thing. You know, I was gonna say drawing circles, but here's the thing. There's many tricks to draw circles. You know? Lots of people have their own individual tricks to drawing perfect circles. It's not that. It's just curves in general. Good, perfect curves, the way you want them for any purposes. I'm going to stop saying things because now it's sounding suggestive. But yeah, drawing those, that's hard. Because then it's like, I can't just draw an entire circle. I only need this part. Time to draw Willie grimacing. Which is a shame. Because he's a good guy. I do think I haven't really been able to naturally include the concept of Willie being like the smart one in between the two of them yet. But I do think I've done a somewhat okay job of being like, he is the younger brother. You know? He refers to Walt as Cap'n. He's usually like listening to Walt, hanging out, doing little kid things. I had that one whole comic where he spent it stuck in a beer bottle. Entire comic. Head stuck in a beer bottle. So, I do think if someone's paying attention to the comic, you know what? What if? How about we do this? I'll do this. I'm gonna call in a favor. Nope, don't. I'm not gonna say their name. Anonymous source for this. Out of curiosity, who do you think the younger brother in my comic is? Question mark. And we will see if they get back to me on stream. If not, that's fine. Because, you know, it's not like they volunteered to be on stream. And I'm not I'm not gonna say their name, because I'm just gonna read Lord. Because I was really watching fucking Pymations. Shout out Pymations. They've done great stuff. I like them. But they did a Gordon Ramsay cartoon, or like he basically forces people into kitchen nightmares and turns their house into a kitchen. And it's very funny. But like that ends with the cops arresting Gordon Ramsay for aggressive reality televising, and that just made me think. I wonder how much of like the classic prank shows of yore. Hey, they got it right. It's Willie. Thank yous. I wonder how much the like classic prank shows of the old times are like directly responsible for that, because you know, now it's kind of easy to be like, well, the people at fault are the other prank channels, but they had to get the idea somewhere. They had to start doing that concept badly somewhere. So I don't know who they would credit their inspiration as, but I do simply wonder. Everyone loves playing like video games and stuff. Video games and nebulous social media. But fucking well, because then I was gonna be like, but Hollywood, and then I was like, but that's another thing old people used to say. Now Hollywood is the old people. Wild take, I know, but I think it might just be the fact that like people don't like taking responsibility. They prefer to think the kids are just rotten. That they're fine. No, it can't be our fault. We're the best. All we've ever done is not care about the environment and inhale lead paint. So clearly, how the children have turned out, not our problem. It's the kids' problem.
Oh, you think it's that deflective, huh?
What? Old people like not taking responsibility for anything, wanting to blame kids for them.
I think it's just more. I think it's more vindictive than that. I think it's the mentality of, oh, I got mine, so I don't care what happens now.
Yeah, that too. Well, you're saying like it's more reflective. Like I think it's like literally. I think it can literally be both of those at the same time. You know, it's just like they washed their hands of it, so it doesn't matter anymore. But also, it's not their fault either way. You know what I mean? Like it is simultaneously both of those things. So.
Like, I've literally asked older people, that's just like, you want things to be better for the next generation, right? And they're like, no, we struggled. They should.
That is the worst. And for legal reasons, this is a joke, especially because I'm talking to a lawyer as I say it. I legitimately, at this point in time, especially with the way things are, if someone said that to me, you know what I would do? I would push them over. And when they asked me why I did that, I would tell them to struggle. Like, fucking...
Yeah, pull yourself out of your...
I know, like... And you might... And, like... Basically, any court in America would be like, no, that's bad, you shouldn't do that. And it's like, no, I need you to understand, this person is...
assault.
Yeah, this person is a sociopath. I don't care. I don't care what the law says. That person was just like, I want the children to struggle. And my immediate response would be like, well... You sound like a supervillain, so I think what I should do is I should push you down the stairs, and fucking like, I don't care what anyone else says. That's probably right. So like, you know. Also, hi stuff. What was I thinking of?
Hello.
You know, I'm just gonna say this outright, because like at the end of last stream, I was like, if Self comes back, I hope you didn't feel any pressure to hop in stream again after that. I was just like, I was being like, we could probably talk about random ass Digimon for another 3 hours or what have you, but here we are now talking about pushing over old people. So you know stuff as a legal...
I don't know, I make it my business not to know.
You've said that to me. That seems to be your motto, and I don't know what's a motto with you. But as a legal expert, with your legal opinion representing the state of Texas on the record, could you tell me, do you think Ashton Kutcher has any responsibility in the harmful YouTube prankster trend that we see in the modern age, or no?
I mean, like, everything comes from somewhere, I guess.
That's what I'm saying, right?
I feel like at this point it's so far removed, though.
Well, I mean, yes and no, because, like, you're right, but also, like, okay, we'll use murder as an example.
Like, there's a whole handful of new terrible influences.
Yeah, for sure. But like in the sense that it was the first domino to go, I guess. Yes, but also I feel like it's the first domino to go, and then like it's not like a chain, it's like 100 other dominoes fall immediately, because like the first person, Ashton Kutcher, does it, and it's a highly produced prank show that's scripted, except I guess either the person doing the YouTube prank show after this doesn't know that or doesn't care about that, they just want the clicks, right? But then after that, any children ever see the YouTube version, and then they don't do a different action, they do the same action. You know what I mean? It's not an echo, it's not a game of telephone. It is literally like the first person did it, and now everyone else is doing it this other shitty way. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if that actually makes it different, but...
I don't know things either.
No, me neither. Stealth, would you like a DVD box set of Netflix? Oh, go on.
I was gonna say, if people know you know things, then they ask you things.
That is true.
And that seems annoying.
If you raise the bar at all, lowering it becomes incredibly painful, so... I was talking about I was just going to say a non sequitur from Auntie Donna, because like I was talking about getting box sets of television series, because other television bad thing is streaming just taking shit off the air, and I'm just like, well, I don't like that at all. But fucking for the longest time now, Auntie Donna has just mentioned a DVD box set of Netflix's The Crown, which I guess is a show about royalty. I've never seen it. I only know it because they reference it so much. And every time I just talk about getting DVDs, that's all I can think of. So, that's where my brain is at. Truly ruined.
I'll match your non sequitur with another non sequitur. You know what Digimon I think you'd really be into?
What's that? I'll look it up right now.
Really? Pumpmon.
Pumpmon? Is it a pumpkin?
Yeah. I think you'd enjoy him.
I'm looking for. Oh, I think he was in Ghost Game too. He is very good.
Oh yeah, he wasn't he?
Yeah, I think...
He had like an episode where he was just like haunting, like
yeah, that was the same
kid's Halloween show.
I didn't see in the key art. I didn't get it, but then there was one where from like a TV show, and that one was definitely him. But yeah, that was the same episode with Candlemon, all the Halloween episodes. So, yeah. It's so weird. I feel like I could leverage the same criticisms at Ghost Game and Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, which is I think they would have been better if they committed to like spooky haunted school kind of idea of like kids investigating mysteries, Scooby-Doo style or what have you. But instead they do a bunch of other things, so
It was going places, and then it didn't.
And then it didn't. Rest in peace, places that it was going. And as we discussed yesterday, that's not the same as saying, you know, potential. I don't feel. I think it's literally like this had like a setup, and then it didn't really do that.
It was literally just left on the fucking cutting board floor.
It was left. It wasn't even left on the cutting board. It was left on the counter for everyone to see and be like, "Hey, what are we doing with that?" And they're like, "Nothing. Don't worry about it." And I'm like, "Oh, but it looked good." So, yeah. Yep. How has your day been today, Stealth?
It's been okay.
It's been okay.
I'm more tired than I thought I was.
Felt. Oh yeah. Also, let me tell you this, just straight up, because it's not like big news, but it is all relating to something I said earlier.
Morgan?
What's that?
Morgan?
Morgan Freeman?
No, like big news.
Oh, Albatross.
I knew Zoo.
But Friday, day we hang out. Probably gonna be just a bit later because I have thing, which is now taking up too much of the weekend. But still, I gotta go do that after work before I come home and actually do fun stuff.
It's not often you have custody of Bingram on a Friday.
My lord, I've done. Yeah, I really can't complain. Like, the puns are one thing, and I have a corny reaction to that because it's funny. But when Stealth just like says random ass shit as references, I do that too. So like, do I have any room to talk? I don't. So I just have to like sit there as like I say like any word, and Stealth just says the characters related to them in a fun game of therapy.
Ooh.
Stealth, what's the first character you think of when I say cheese?
Yeah, Chumon.
Well, you know, okay, this isn't a good game to play because anything I say will probably have a Digimon attached to it, so it ends there.
Cheese bomb.
Cheese bomb. Is that Digimon specific? I didn't mean to get back into Digimon, but I imagine you're playing it, or at least thinking about playing it right now. Is that Digimon just a big slice of Swiss cheese? Because that would be great.
No. Chumon's a little rat, man.
Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense too. I forget. Oh, right. I remember what it was. Because, like, and I don't know their specific names, but I saw one Digimon from Time Strangers, a modern Digimon currently out there, and it was basically just, it's like gold. It was just like a little not a little piece of gold, but like, you know, chunk of gold forged into something running around, right? And then what it evolved into was a thing made of swords, but it was all golden swords and stuff like that. So real neat, and it made sense. It made thematic sense to go from just like a thing of gold to like a weapon made of gold. Then different TikTok I saw one that was a revolver with like legs and hands, and then it evolved into a panda.
Like Deputymon?
Yeah, it was Deputymon, who then turns into a panda. There probably is another gun it can turn into, given multiple precedents, but The other thing it can do is Panda. I feel like the way Digimon works is like they have typings, and then like with all the interconnected webs, it's just like as long as it's this type, fucking it can go wild. Like if I'm trying to think of a good a good Pokemon example, but I'm having a hard time thinking of disparate ideas
it's
like
like
that.
if everything was an evolution.
Yes, exactly. Well, it's like if coughing could evolve into like fucking Nidoking, and it's like I don't really get that, but okay.
Okay, but you saying that suggests that the evolutions have to stay within like the family of virus vaccine data. They don't.
Damn it! Truly, there is no logic. There is no logic.
No. It's just anarchy, digital anarchy.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean that. Hey, that's a good reflection of the internet, actually. So they're actually doing good work. Fucking, it's like you come up to someone crafting a fictional world. They're like, this doesn't make any sense, and it's like, does life make sense? And then you sit in the corner for a while thinking about that. So it's like, yeah, that's what I thought. Shut up when I'm world crafting.
And while you're thinking about it, you just get jumped by a bunny with gun arms.
Damn it. While you're thinking about it, I flip over Mecha Bunny and its effect activates, which causes you to take 500 points of damage. And then when it's destroyed
Mecha Bunny versus Gargomon.
Mecha Bunny, well, every time, listen, unless Gargomon has a way to remove Mecha Bunny outside of battle, then you will have to contend with 3 Mecha Bunnies, actually, so good fucking luck with that. I stand by Mecha Bunny because like I got it from the DS game, and then like I use it in the actual card game on Master Duel now, and like no matter there's lots of strategies, but a good chunk of them will still be like, I'll get rid of your monsters on the field, and then Mecha Bunny's effect activates, and then they, they keep doing it, so then they take a solid 1500 damage, and I'm just like, well, that felt good at least. So. But you didn't see this coming. No one uses this card. One! Stealth, are you excited for the Snaps Cubes Kingdom Hearts fan dub?
Not especially.
Not a big real-time fan dub fan, Stealth. You don't.
Not really.
Nah. You don't rewatch them saying one over and over again just forever.
No.
That's probably for the best. Sad children. Their clothes are wet. Stealth, when's the last time you went swimming?
I don't even fucking know.
Damn. Are you sure you can still swim?
I would hope so.
Hopefully it's like riding a bike.
I think I could do it, but also be surprised at how difficult it was.
I mean, you are literally having to like physically move yourself through a substance. You forget that because water's water, but it is still just like it's still viscous. It's a fluid. Yeah, just in general, even though I'm probably going to stay in Jersey for the time being, for many reasons. I mean, we'll see if that changes. But anyway, like, whenever I've looked at moving at other places, to me, being landlocked feels like, no. No. We're not doing that. I hate the idea of just like, okay, to get out of here, first you're going to cross the land. I've definitely talked about this before, but you're going to cross land and you're going to go into a different landlocked location. And I was like, that sucks. Get me to the sea. Get me out in the water now. Where I can access the entire world from the ocean. So. I don't know what that says about my anxiety. That I feel like the ocean is safe, but. It's a concept I've held on to for a long time now, so.
Every time you wistfully think of the zombie apocalypse.
I mean, are you just pulling that out of your ass, or have I told you that before?
No, it just seems like something you do.
Hey, well, yeah, you got it on. You got it in one. So it's like. I mean, fucking, yeah, list them a zombie movie where they're fucking swimming into the ocean. There isn't one because, you know, not really a strong suit with zombies. Also, sharks would definitely just go nuts with that. And whether we would end up with zombie sharks, who knows? But I think
that would be awful.
No, it wouldn't be good. But also, I don't think zombies would, even if sharks ate zombies and became Zombie Shark, which is definitely a sci-fi original movie. I just don't think zombies would last long in the ocean, not even from fish eating them, just because it's like a wave crashes down and the body parts go flying everywhere because they're not very structurally sound. So
kill it.
It's like, you ever see any clips of Sharktopus stealth or no?
No, it sounds bad.
Sharktopus, yeah, it's a shark octopus, and it comes onto land and starts eating people. Now you might think, well, wait a minute, Cahill. Neither sharks nor octopi can really do great on land. Ah, that doesn't stop Sharktopus. Beans. You know, at least this bot wasn't like, your chat seems empty. It's like, you're really ingratiating me to your to your place of business. Stealth, if you had to own a bot that would post things in comments and chat sections, what would it say? What would the message be?
Have you tried spaghetti?
Oh! I don't even know if that would get a negative response to the community. It's just like, is this like a new Reddit thing or something? Fucking. What's with spaghetti? I have. It's good. Rigatoni. I don't, I'm gonna be honest here. I'm sorry, Italians. I don't know, is rigatoni like a specific pasta dish or is it just the shape of pasta? I don't know. I feel like
it's a name that I use for my rivals in Pokemon games sometimes.
It's rigatoni. And his starter is linguine. I guess you don't really have a rival in Digimon, huh? Maybe you do. I don't know. Is there another guy who's like, fucking, I do Digimon better than you do, bitch? He says bitch because it's not Pokemon. They can say that in this franchise.
Not so much.
No. No rival character. No. There's no rival characters from Digimon or in Marvel Rivals in Digimon. Stealth, what would you do if... I was gonna say if Digimon got like a crossover in Rivals, but that's too good actually. So instead I'm going to go with the original thing, which is if at the end of Time Stranger, Iron Man shows up and goes Maximum Pulse and then kills the big bad guy.
Yeah.
Would you still be recommending the game to people?
Yeah, probably.
Fair enough. I respect it, you know.
I'd be like, look, it's a 100+ hour RPG. Just kind of ignore the ending.
It was more about the journey to begin with. Okay, come on.
Yeah. The really good RPG mechanics and the fun monsters.
Funny designs. This is after the beep. You know something I learned? And unlike with Monster Hunter Stories, it might actually get me to try out Dragon Quest Monsters. Apparently in Dragon Quest, you don't kill monsters most of the time. Like, if you go into a battle first thing in the game and you hit a monster with your sword so much and it's like, you won, that's not killing it. It just, like, you know, tells the monster to go fuck off. There is a, like, insta-kill spell in Dragon Quest, and if you use it, it will say you killed them. Like, it specifically calls out that you have killed the monster. So, I didn't know that. I kind of like that, because you know, I like to be friends with slimes. They're cute little guys, you know?
Oh, I thought that you were like, I like that. I like to be able to say I have killed you.
I like the.
I thought that because you said that right after you talked about the instant death spell.
That's true. That is true. I did do that. I like the power to turn off a human life, just, you know, like that, like the flip of a switch. So, hey, stop.
For stream purposes, he's joking.
For stream purposes. Hey, Stealth. You know the Adam Sandler movie Click?
Yeah, I don't particularly like it.
Okay. In that movie, do you think he ever pointed the remote at a human being and pressed the off button to see what would happen?
No.
No?
I feel like that was an idea at some point, probably.
Like somewhere in the first draft. They're like, and then he tries to take a human life to feel anything anymore. I've experienced everything. The remote has given me every bodily sensation. Now that all that is left is murder. But, what's up? You don't want to engage with serial killer Adam Sandler. Adam Sandler, what are you doing?
No,
here?
I was just thinking of him using the remote and being like, you have not lived until you reverse pooped.
You have to. You might be like, well, isn't that just
hit the rewind button, brother?
Exactly. Like, no, you gotta feel like go back up, all the way back in. You have to feel reverse digestion. Sometimes I just sometimes I just leave it on rewind for like a solid hour, and just feel my body.
That's a thought I would rewind. Yeah.
Listen, Adam Sandler's Click invites a lot of thought experiments, okay? Science wouldn't have moved as far forward as it did if that movie didn't exist, so I think it's fine. I was trying to think of other things you could do with Click Remote, but no, I think it's just kill people and reverse poop. That's about it. Those are the only two powers it has.
Domi reverse heat.
Domain expansion, reverse poop. And it's like, well, I haven't pooped in a while, so this is gonna take a minute. Or I should. We are just kind of talking about stuff we talked about yesterday, but honestly, I should. Well, no, I canceled my Crunchyroll subscription. Never mind, I won't watch Demon Slayer. I'll read Demon Slayer, but I won't miss out on the animation, so there is that. Oh well. Crunchyroll should stop in shitifying if they want my money, you know? Tis what tis.
Yeah. You're not... Like, I get it. You're not... There's no way that I can be convinced to get rid of it, though.
No, you're good. I mean, like, we've had this conversation before, and, like, it's one of those things where, like, at the moment, it's not, like you have explained to me, it's like, you don't think that kind of stuff works. I disagree on several levels, but also, it's like,
If you're making a personal statement, then make that personal statement.
Yeah, agreed. But also, and to your credit, it's Crunchyroll. You aren't paying a subscription service for the Baby Grinder 9000. You know what I mean? Like, fuck it, like, they're just making shitty choices at the moment, and for me, it's just like, I am not getting enough value out of that to let it slide. So, you know, goodbye. But, like I said, tis what tis. I mean, fuck, you know, speaking of, like, when I was looking at box sets the other day, fucking, they did have, like, basically all of Demon Slayer as separate DVDs, so if I wanted to, I could head out right now and be like, give it all to me. I would like to experience Tanjiro's epic, Kampachiro's epic saga. Man.
Yeah, but then you have to watch it in English dub.
They might have the subs on the Demon Slayer is not an old anime, so they might have English sub on the Blu-rays. I don't know. We see. I was about to say I don't like, you know, there's lots of times I don't like the voice choices they make for someone in the, like, outside of performance. I just don't like the direction they took this character's voice. Inosuke is one of them. I don't know why he's so nasally. Like, I get the impression with the boar mask and everything, but you see his face, and that's not, like, you know, he can sound like a gremlin, but still sound different and not like that. So, person doing Inosuke's voice, I have one thing to say to you. You're doing fine. I don't, it's not that big either way, but I personally don't like that. That's me, so. Stella, who's your favorite Demon Slayer character?
I mean, it might be Inosuke.
I forgot, you did have an Inosuke profile picture for a good while, so... Question should answer itself. He's a good guy. He's just a dude, kind of wandered off the mountains, started becoming a main character. And we love to see it. I love that kind of energy. He's got cool serrated swords. Except, I don't know, someone's probably done a breakdown on, you know, on whether or not Inosuke's design is actually good, or if it would just fuck up the swords. Probably both. So. What was I just thinking of? I don't want to, like... I don't want to put these people on blast, but also I want to live my truth. Which is that, like, you know, there's a decent amount of channels out there whose content is like, we talk about, like, swords, real applications of swords, history, yada yada, you know. And, like, you might watch some of them, you might know who I'm about to talk about, but, like, one of them is, like, talks about, like, this doesn't work with a sword, and, like, in particular they talk about how, like, reverse script, that's not a thing, you won't do that. Incorrect. But they also just make a lot of videos being like, what about this version of reverse grip? And they're like, no. And, like, there is a point where I'm like, I get it. Reverse grip doesn't work ever. You don't have to keep doing this. For both of our sakes, I beg you to stop. Stealth, do you have a favorite fantasy weapon?
There's a lot of good ones.
There are.
Like, the Keyblade comes to mind really quickly as, like, something that's both really cool and possibly functional.
So, here's the thing about a Keyblade, and I was literally about to say, I think we just had, like, shared a brain cell for a second. Because I was literally about to say this. The Keyblade rules. Everyone knows the Keyblade rule. And then a lot of people will be like, the Keyblade doesn't work as a sword. It doesn't have a sharp edge. It's basically just a giant hunk of metal, and the guard is weird, right? And it's like, okay, have you considered?
Yeah, a giant hunk of metal, a bludgeoning weapon.
Yeah, there's that, but then they'll be like, well, there are better bludgeoning weapons. Shut up for a minute, not you, people who criticize the Keyblade. Shut up for a minute. Have you considered it's not even meant to be a melee weapon? The Keyblade is like a wand. Like, even in the way that it kills people, you know what it does? It plucks out their heart magically. Like, you do see multiple scenes of people killing someone with a Keyblade, and it doesn't actually, like, bludgeon them. They don't... Surprise, the Disney game doesn't show you people getting bludgeoned to death. It shows them like you know, someone like unlocking their chest and their heart floats out. So it isn't just a magical weapon to function, period. It's a magical weapon inherently, which is only further enforced by just the absolute insane things you can do the moment you get a Keyblade. So Sora be slicing up buildings, and I don't think
the door to magic opens.
Yeah, and I don't think he could do that before. I don't think he was, you know, slicing up buildings as a child on Destiny Island. Call me crazy. I've been saying this. I'd love to replay Kingdom Hearts at one point. I'd also love to be able to do that and like just use the Kingdom Key. And like, that's not good stats wise, but what if I just want Sword to have his original Keyblade the entire time? Have you thought about that? No? You just want to use the fucking...
It's not hard.
No. So, unless I do it on critical. And I probably wouldn't. So, if I did credit, I would not be doing a Kingdom Key challenge and a critical run at the same time, because I know the latter is harder than the former, that's for sure. So, but yeah. Also, I'm sure using like just the Kingdom Key would get me to think about like, because then I'm not just equipping the newest thing I get and being just like, and we're covered, it's fine. I would have to legitimately be like, okay, what spells am I using? What skills am I using? What is like actually letting me do the most damage and be the most effective outside of, you know, just replacing this with a stronger Keyblade. They'll have Goofy die, but no blunt force murder. But you see, Goofy did take blunt force trauma and he lived, so clearly plucking people's heart out is the better option. And I'll stand by that. I think I just... Yeah. There... I don't know if anyone else saw this. And you might have caught it. Fucking... There's a thing in Clip Paint, and probably in Photoshop too, I don't know. I haven't used Photoshop in years. Where it's like merge all visible layers. And let's... Yeah, it's decently close to, yeah, merge visible layers is right next to merge selected layers. So like next to the button of do the thing I'm intending right now is the button that says fuck everything up entirely. And I don't know why those buttons are next to each other. So
funny. Funny.
Consider. Ruin your livelihood. Funny. I destroyed my family's wedding photos because Clip Studio Paint had weird button placements. You could have pressed Control Z. I know, I pressed Save As instead, which is, you know, that's on me. Stealth. If you had to get married to a Keyblade, what Keyblade would you get married to? Go on.
Oathkeeper, because they'd be loyal?
You know, that's kind of a cheesy answer, but I'll give it to you, especially because I like Oathkeeper, so, you know. We'll go with it. Well, you know, look at the board. Board says yes. Okay. Also, hi, Sabs. I'm guessing Pig has done Soma. I hope he had a Soma-tastic time. He, you know, he is doing better than I thought. And he did say that he knew the game was in the ocean when he bought it. I still don't think if he knew details about the game, he would have willingly played it on stream, so... We live in a fun timeline where that did occur. I have ideas to scar him for life. There's other things for sure.
No!
No?
Blipmon's dying!
No! Blipmon? Blipmon.
Blimp.
Blimpmon? Like as in blimp.
Yeah.
Blimpmon. Also, is this a spoiler for the story, or is it just your Digimon is currently in trouble? Oh no. Stealth messed up. DDLC, First off, I think everyone knows the thing with Doki Doki Literature Club. And then second off, I don't know if that'll do anything for Pig specifically, so. I would say maybe if we want to scare Pig more, we could, you know, like do something not specifically in the ocean, but I think Pig has kept the rest of his fears close to the chest after that, so. Pig is okay with people knowing about his fear of the ocean. He is not about to start telling us about the other ones. I can't imagine why.
I would never use it against him.
I would never specifically call out and manipulate his greatest fear. Stealth, what's your greatest fear? Live on the air. Please, tell me now.
I mean, you know what it is, but...
Is it spiders?
I fucking hate those things.
That's fair. Now, I mean, I guess this is... the answer is obvious, like when I'm gonna say it like this, but I'm just curious, because this is it for me. Is it specifically like spider faces, or is it just like a spider, regardless of size or
bodies, the way they move, what they could possibly do?
Okay. All things spider. End of sentence. That one's a common one, at least. Like, you know, it's not like someone's gonna fucking. I can't see a way someone like manipulates you using your fear of spiders in a way that wouldn't just be like, there are spiders, you know, like.
Yeah, like if someone, like, you know what? I'm not even gonna complete that thought.
My weakness, live on stream, like stealth giving plant.
Oh no, that wasn't where I was going with
Okay.
it. But...
You just didn't want to speculate more on spiders at all.
Oh, well, speculate to my reaction to someone trying to use that.
Gotcha. Like all like fucking. It's not necessarily specific to you, and spiders are extant. So it's like, what are they gonna do? Oh, you know, just is tis what tis. Also, I don't think I'm really liking the hatch look here. I think I'm gonna go with pure black. So, you know what I'm thinking? Tonight I'm thinking outside the bun. Select, shrink.
Yay, we're getting Taco Bell.
Yeah, Taco Bell. My tummy's gonna hurt for a while, but it's worth it. Cinnamon sticks. Yummy.
Are nacho fries in season?
I don't. Is that a thing? I mean, I know they fucking. That's a. If y'all don't know, on the pot, and I swear I'm going somewhere with this, with what the like Stealth just said. On the podcast, my brother and me, there's a long ongoing bit called the Munch Squad, where eldest brother Justin talks about insane things currently happening in the food service industry. And one that happened a while ago, probably near like the start of like Taco Bell doing weird shit with their nacho fries outside of just like introducing them. Like, he talked about how their ad campaign focused around like a cult that wanted to suppress nacho fry freedom. And that if you ordered nacho fries,
that would work on me. That would be effective advertising for me specifically.
For you, you'd be like, "Oh my lord, you're right. There is a nacho fry Illuminati, and I have to fight them by ordering delicious nacho fries." So, alright, I was thinking about how I kind of wanted fast food today. Like, I kind of got it, because we didn't do anything big for dinner here, but tomorrow my family's out, so I'm like, I'm probably getting Wendy's, so. I try not to eat a lot of fast food, but every now and then your boy wants a Baconator, so. I was literally thinking today, because I was looking at cute videos of cows, right? And that's hard to reconcile when you want a burger, but also cows are cute.
It's not for me.
Not for you. It is for a lot of people. But because I do think if tomorrow burgers cease to exist, I wouldn't, well, specifically tomorrow, I would notice immediately because I'd be going to get a Baconator and they would say the Baconator has never existed. Moving on from that, though, on any other day, if burgers cease to exist, I probably would notice for a good long while, right? And I think if burgers cease to exist, but like they replaced every burger with like a veggie burger, you know, like the patty burger substitute made of other things besides cow meat, I probably wouldn't notice. Probably like, this tastes a little different, but still burger. So no, not a big fan of Beyond Burger stuff.
No.
That and you reminding me that you own a gun is the most Texas you ever get. So good for you.
They can come and try and take it.
Me and my several guns will be in the way of them taking my burgers, so yeah. Now to get on my high,
You'll have to move the fuck on.
I'm going to well, I'm going to be turning you into a burger next after that comment, so everyone say bye to stealth. Now to get on my high horse, especially because we have plenty of human issues at the moment, but like in general, I'm not necessarily opposed to being like, yeah, sometimes you eat an animal. It's the circle of life, but like factory farming's a problem, and we should probably at some point do something about that. But like I said, lots of human issues right now, so. Hey, go look up like, what is it? Is it Universal Kitchen? World Center Kitchen? Let me look it up. Just make.
Hey Google, look up big challenges.
Look up big challenge. Make me happy. Cars. Yeah, World Central Kitchen. That kind of stuff. If y'all have the ability to, consider looking into ways to donate and feed people in like Gaza or what have you, because that's important. That one time that Cahill became Sweeney Todd, I don't, but the type of rage I feel when Stealth makes a certain kind of pun could make me do a lot of things, so.
You'll never make me kowtow.
I'm going to kill you and then kill you again, so. Yeah, Snapcube dropped the trailer for their new fan dub. I don't know. Actually, they might have dropped like there might have been I only skimmed it, so they might have been like, here's the cast somewhere. I don't know if Alfred's in it again. Alfred doesn't have to be in every single one. He's got his own things going on. He's plenty funny without doing a caricature, especially of Eggman. But like, I mean, that's the thing. He's funny, so I like it when he's in videos. Fucking Lythero's not been posting, so fuck it. And he's done Shadow the Hedgehog, so I don't think Alfred's gonna be back for that. Sadness times. Sadness time when the funny videos mans aren't posting. Whatever will I do? Also, I don't know if there's a way. Maybe we consider doing something like. You know what? Here's what we'll do. I spend so much time on doing like little things like this. Listen. I care. I care is the thing. I care about my art, believe it or not. Ripley's, believe it or not. Stealth, have you ever been to a Ripley's Believe It or Not museum?
Nope.
Have you? So I guess you couldn't believe it.
I feel like I could if presented the opportunity.
If I really got in there and thought about it for a while, I could believe it.
I have watched Naruto.
Oh! Data bio, you know. I don't know. I don't want to say I'll never watch Naruto at this point, but it's not high on the list if I'm being completely honest. So I'm sorry, Naruto fans. Isn't like
I'm
go on.
I'm not a Naruto fan as I do like Naruto the character, but I like a lot of the supporting cast a lot more.
Fucking Gaara and Rock Lee seem cool individually, and that is based on separate things I know from the series, and also the fact that they share a very cool fight early on in the series. So yeah, listen, I found that one Gaara speech from Big Madara arc or I don't know, maybe different arc. I don't know Naruto. It's a good speech.
No, you're right.
Okay. So he called me his friend. Between those who share the same pain, there can be no enemies. That's good writing right there. Also, though, and this isn't necessarily a bad thing, especially because like I watched Yu-Gi-Oh and Yu-Gi-Oh GX. Isn't like something like 50% of the Naruto anime like filler? Like a decently ridiculous number of it is like we just had to make it up. I'm sorry. We didn't have enough of the comic. We're waiting. I feel like I've seen something like that. Maybe it's Bleach. I don't know. Despite the fact that Bleach is supposed to be in the big three, I feel like I've not heard many flattering things about it. So I'm sorry, Bleach and Bleach fans. Bleach fans, get out there. Represent your series more. Say something nice about it.
The music is really good.
No, that's good. I mean, hey, that's something. If nothing else, that is something.
Just listen to Treachery.
I don't know the word you just said to me, but I'll think about it.
Treachery?
Oh, treachery. I thought you said treachery, like with an SH at the end. And I was like, what? What? But yeah. Also, like, I was surprised when I started reading One Piece, and like there was actually kind of piratey stuff in there. I know for a fact Naruto is not about ninjas, and no one can pretend otherwise. Those motherfuckers are wizards, and you know they are. They are not doing ninja stuff. Fucking, that one shot out a fireball, and the other one responded by bringing out a giant toad. None of this is ninja.
I just like Team 10.
Team 10 is that Naruto? Is that more Naruto? Because Naruto is on Team 7, isn't he?
Yeah, Team 10 is Shikamaru, Ino, and Choji.
Gotcha. I've never heard of any of those people, so.
Oh, they're only the best.
Oh! Stealth? Why didn't you say so? Man, sometimes I feel like manga creators, mangaka, if you will, but I won't because I'm not a nerd. They do a really good job at like capturing like emotions using like abstract shapes and what have you. You know, just like gradients and stuff. I don't know how they do that. They're good at it, and I'm not. So. Stealth, teach me how to be a yo-yo man. I want to be a yo-yo man. But Stealth did not answer. He just kept yelling.
Command grabs you with a yo-yo, begins slaying you back and forth.
Okay, that's a Kirby move more than it is a than it is a fighting game move. I'm sure that's someone from Guilty Gear, but fucking is that that's Bridget. Bridget uses a yo-yo. We love our girl boss pussy queen. Uh-oh. Give me 1 second. Up, up, up. The store was all out of yo-yos. I'm so sorry, Paula. I'm so sorry, Stealth. No yo-yo for you.
Oh.
Did you ever have that as a kid? As like a I'm going to learn yo-yo? Or was that... I feel like a decent amount of kids got like that, but... I'm not going to speak for everyone else in here.
I had a big metal yo-yo that I swung around like a weapon. It was a problem.
I feel like that was another thing a lot of kids did. Just like a yo-yo. I know how to use this, and then you start swinging it like a mace. You know what? I'm going to delete both of these. Step 1. Delete everything. Move into the middle of the country. Step 2.
Landlock yourself. Like you said you didn't want to do.
I didn't think this through. Don't listen to my plan. It's bad. Yeah. I know like there's rivers and shit in like the middle of a country, but fucking all I can think of is corn. So
that's all they think about too.
It's all they know. They will never know. They will never know the epic highs or lows of high school football. So, Stealth, how much of the show Riverdale have you seen?
0%.
Why, Stealth?
I have just increasingly negative amounts of interest in it.
I don't know if it's still going or not, but they did the thing where they were in World War II and there were aliens and da. So,
what?
Yeah, that was a... They like warp reality in that show. I'm not joking. So... They lost the plot, and instead of trying to find it again, they just got further from it. They said, actually, no, this is better. This is better than what we were trying to do. So... Our first idea was a loose adaptation of the Archie comics. Fucking aliens and serial killers is way cooler, you know? So. You know, I was gonna say, on top of the things I should get, I should try and track down like some classic Scooby-Doo episodes. I have like a VHS with a couple on, not like all classic Scooby-Doo episodes, but a good few. Some of the classics, you know. I was gonna start naming some classics, but honestly, it's been a while, so I was not confident in my ability to name classic Scooby enemies. Still, classic Scooby monster, go.
Tar Monster.
Did you actually see the episode with that in it, or do you just know it from the movie?
Yeah.
Okay. I never saw. I knew a good.
Yeah, I've watched.
Go on.
The 49ers, another one.
Yes, that one. I knew.
Fucking Creeper.
Yeah.
Creeper.
I don't know if I saw the episode he was in, but I definitely thought like he was in all like the promotional and the intro and stuff. So like, you knew him from that at least. And what's the captain?
Old Iron Face.
You know the captain?
Old Iron Face?
No, that's not him. In a diving suit, you know, like glows, shoots harpoons. Because that was the first one I thought of, and I couldn't name him.
I can't remember his name.
That's what I'm saying. Captain Cutler. It is Captain Cutler. I just was not. I was like, that could be a Pirates of the Caribbean thing. I don't know. So. Yeah. I never saw the episode. Like, I saw the live-action movies, obviously, because those were a whole thing, especially back in the day. Back when I was a kid, you didn't have friends unless you saw the live-action Scooby-Doo movies. And I didn't have friends, but I did watch the live-action Scooby-Doo movies. And, like, I'd seen plenty of the show, but I never saw the episode that the Tar Monster is in. So, to me, he almost seemed like an OC made for the movie, so... I was not confident. Honestly... Lots of old Scooby-Doo episodes. They got... I don't want to say they have good character design, because, like, there are some, you know, some very straight down the line monster tropes, but is that so wrong? Is it so wrong to, like, go back to basics, as it were? I don't know if it was back to basics in the 60s, but I'm gonna say it was. I'm gonna say everyone already knew about those kinds of tropes.
It seems like back then those were the basics that we look back to.
Because I think the first Scooby-Doo episode of one I saw a lot was when they go to the haunted castle, and they're like on a boat for some reason. Fucking Fred rented a boat, and then I guess didn't know how to work it because then they get stuck, and then they're in a haunted castle and there's a ghost lurking around, and that was just like a ghost. It's just you think of a ghost, you got it. One try, fucking sheet and everything, and like I have to think even back then, it's like that is correct. That is what a ghost looks like. So. And, like, Captain Cutler is just kind of a diving suit. I still think he counts as a good design, though. And definitely Creeper. Creeper, there's a reason you see Creeper so much on any Scooby-Doo merch and what have you, because he's he's a good-looking guy. Green.
Well, I like the Phantom Virus.
Phantom Virus, I mean, I wouldn't call it... but today it's definitely a classic, but when you know, I feel like that mostly applies to first series stuff, but yeah, Phantom Virus is, you know, all-timer, no doubt. He is great. Phantom Virus was just kind of like, because like there's a student responsible for the whole thing, but the Phantom Virus was just kind of like a character he made. Like, it's not like a actual person like running around or doing stuff. He's just like being a shithead because he's literally he's a computer character designed to be a shithead.
Did Kid you feel really smart whenever you found out like who made that before it actually revealed it?
I don't know, because I mean, I talked about this before. I did that a lot as a kid, where it's like, it felt like when I had seen one movie, I'd seen every movie. Because, you know, so much of them follow tropes and stuff like that, so... I definitely... and also, I watched that... I watched a lot of Scooby-Doo when I was a kid. So, like, I can't even remember the first time I saw the Phantom Virus. For all I know, the Phantom Virus has always been there for me, so... I should get the Scooby-Doo Phantom Virus game for GameCube.
I liked the PS2 one a lot whenever I was a kid.
Is that the one?
I don't know if it holds up.
Is that the one where it's kind of like Crash Bandicoot or no? Because that's the one I've seen and
yeah.
Okay. I don't think it. For what I've seen on video, I don't think it holds up. But who knows? I might have. I believe I watched the Game Grumps play it, and I mean, I've played Sonic DX since I first watched them play it, and I like Sonic Adventure, so. Sonic Adventure's fun. And we were talking about Big the Cat yesterday. He's great. Does anyone actually not like Big the Cat? Because you're wrong for that. He's a good guy. He just wants to fish. He just wants to fish and hang out with frogs. And honestly, I am the same way in my old age. So... Oh Lord, I don't know what I'm gonna do on Sunday once I get done with that thing I was just talking about, because the call I just had pertained to plans on Thursday, which now I'm doing, and then plans on Friday before football, and then plans on Saturday, which is all of Saturday, and then the start of Sunday. So I might just die on Sunday, and I don't mean die as in die. I mean, just lay down and not move for a while. I'm not his biggest fan. Well, you can get out of here. If you're in my house, Big the Cat is an American hero. He almost stopped 9/11, almost, but you know, he can't do everything. So he was close, but then he went Froggy and he left. So, oops. You're good. You're good, Saz. Don't worry. So, have I ever asked you who your favorite Sonic character is or no? Because I know you love Heroes, but that's not a character, that's a game. No, Stealth is muted. Stealth has his own business to attend to. I will entertain chat separately with a little dance. You couldn't see it because you know, but I did a little dance. But yeah. What was I thinking of? I feel like if pressed, I would just say my favorite Sonic character is Sonic, and I know a lot of people be like, that's basic. Why would you say that? Why would you offend me like this? And I'm just like, listen, I like freedom-based characters, and when Sonic's done well, he's done really well. So I'm not trying to be unique, I just like Sonic. But if I am pressed to be more unique than that, then I would say Metal Sonic, because I was talking about how much I like him yesterday, and he is just kind of sleeker, not cool. I want to say cooler, but like he's just more deadly Sonic, which I don't know if that equates to being cool. Looks cool, that's for sure. Yeah. I mean, like specifically, you know, I'll wear this proudly. I like some, I mean, we're literally listening to classic Sonic jams right now, but I'm partial to classic Sonic more than anything else. And especially in the likes of Sonic CD, you know, that intro where he's really showing off. It's real good. A lot of personality. It's almost what the entire franchise is built on. So. I really messed that up. Lord. We were also talking about Sonic yesterday, but like they got a lot of cool characters in the IDW comics right now, which I was saying I have no confidence they will do stuff with because they seem adverse to doing that for some reason. But fucking there's Surge, who's another kind of Sonic rival in a weird way. But her species is Surge the Tenric. And I'm sure I'm not the only one to look up what a fucking Tenric is. If you're wondering, it is just kind of a hedgehog. You know what? Give me 1 second. I haven't drawn Wukong from this angle, so I'm having a hard time. But also... No, I like that first attempt more. Okay. Time to look up what a Tenric is. And if it is just a hedgehog, probably. Tenric. Tenrics are a diverse family of small nocturnal mammals, primarily found on Madagascar. They are known for their unique adaptations. Not extinct. Well, that's good. I'm trying to look up relation. Like... Tenricomorpha. Holy shit. Family... They never... I don't think they really teach you the whole... Like... Yeah, okay. They never really teach you the whole animal classification. And I know that it's kind of busted to begin with. Because animals love to defy classification in a way that makes sense to us people. Right? Like, that's nature for you. But fucking... You know... they never teach you that in school, and I would have liked to known it, but they have decided not to. So I have no idea how that stuff works. What with the order and family and yada yada yada. They just tell me this animal is related to that animal, and I'm like, cool, they're cousins. Cool animal cousins. Oh, nope. Leave the smile. Smile's gotta stay. Honestly, I may end up just having to finish this on Saturday night, like I do, like a good half the time. Because it's like... Looking... If I'm not gonna have a lot of time at the start of the weekend or on Thursday, then tis what tis, you know? But yeah, I'm really like I did end up kind of losing the thing that motivated me to really start making these weekly. Like the reason I started doing that. But I still want to try and keep it up. Just as like a personal thing. Of being like, you know. I was talking about like make it now. A delayed game is a delayed game is now. And then was it just thinking of? I legitimately confused myself. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Ah, not that. Boop, boop, boop. Yeah. I'm like already. This is my problem. I'm already getting myself tired thinking about a list of things to do this week, right? I thought I'd be talking about just like, I want to get a place. Don't want to stay at work. Because when you got work is hard. Don't get me wrong. People think of work as one thing. It's many things you have to do over many days, right? So like, if you don't have it, then people adding stuff to do to your week is just like having any schedule at all. But having work and then person adds like, you know, having work. I'm legitimately making no sense here, but you have work. That's all. You're already dealing with a lot, probably, unless you're paid to do nothing, which some people are. And then people add stuff to it, and it's like there's more. More. To some degrees, that's being an adult, I guess, but still. You told me to get a job. I went and did it. And now you're saying I gotta do more than that? That's wild. That's crazy, even. I like the way it draws the ears. Getting a little squished by the headband. Yeah, I really have like not drawn Wukong in this kind of angle before. But I'm doing my best. Make it consistent with what he's looked like so far. Not quite as menacing as like in a few of the comics I've drawn where he's gotten decently intimidating, but those were more close-ups, and this is more of a mid-range shot, so only so much you can do. Yeah. Yeah, because I feel like a good amount of, like, so much of this is forehead, whereas before, so much of the other ones was his jaw, so they're gonna look different, believe it or not. Believe it or not, I'm eating some pears. I never thought they could taste so pear. Nope, not that one. You know, dear friend Pig did say he liked my Wukong design. And not to jerk myself off, but I do too, so. I like what I did with them. I like adding the phoenix feathers. That's like, oh, you know, like in the story. And the story he's from, yeah. Uh-oh. I don't know what that looked like on stream, but probably wild.
It looks like Epic Mickey.
Yo, yo, I love that guy. Yeah, accidentally. I closed the window for a minute. I'm sorry.
Stun beat a blow.
Beat a blow?
Stun beat a blow.
Digimon move. Probably. I'm going to guess. Final answer.
Thunder Cloudo.
Okay, I'm gonna, yeah, definitely Digimon move. Digimon move, or is he just saying things? Welcome back to everyone's favorite show.
Scissor Claw Mini.
I'm your host, Regis Philbin. I am alive.
Huh?
I digivolved into a different show.
Regis Philmon.
Yeah, you got it. That was the best joke I'll make all week. And I didn't even say it. Stealth didn't. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna give Lindsay a chance to sign at some point, but not when fighting the Monkey King. I'm going to be real. Like I said, she did not think this through. So, oopsie. Oopsie toodle. Stealth, have you ever attacked someone without thinking?
Yeah.
Oh, fair enough. Were you like a tough kid in high school? Did you like did you wear like a leather jacket and slick your hair back, and you'd like go
No.
and then you would go down the hallway snapping, and everyone would be like, "Oh, that's a tough kid." Was that
No,
you?
I think that would incentivize further beating.
You think so?
Yeah, Paul's been asking for a while for that.
What's that? I'm sorry, I had chat closed. I thought I had been looking. Sing us a shanty. Oh, that's my bad. I'm sorry about that, Paul. I did not see that. Sing us a shanty. I'm the piano man. Got it. Yeah, I didn't even. Huh. Give me one sec. Three hidden? What the fuck do you mean 3 hidden? Why would there be 3 hidden? Wait, give me. I do believe Paula redeemed a shanty.
It's called an ambush.
What's that?
It's called an ambush.
Yep, there it is. Okay. Yeah, none of my feeds were refreshing. I'm sorry about that, Paula. Allow me to take a moment and summon a shanty into my head. I think I should be going with one of the classics, because Stealth is here and I haven't sung it in a hot minute. So I think we know which one comes naturally to me, if you don't mind. So we shall. You know what? I'm gonna turn music down a good bit, and then we shall sing it. There we go. No, that's not a good color. Anyway. Yo ho ho, yo ho ho, yo ho, yo ho ho, yo ho, yo ho, yo ho, yo ho. Gather up all of the crew, it's time to ship out Binks's brew. See who blows to where, who knows, the waves will be our guide. Over across the ocean wide, rays of sunshine far and wide. Birds they sing of happier things in circles passing by. Bid farewell to Weaver's Town, say so long to Port Renown. Sing a song, it won't be long before we're casting off. Cross the gold and silver seas, the salty spray puts us at ease. Day and night to our delight, the voyage never ends. Yo-ho, yo-ho-ho. Yo-ho, yo-ho-ho. Yo-ho, yo-ho-ho. Yo-ho, yo-ho-ho. Gather up all of the crew, it's time to ship out Binks's brew. Pirates we eternally are challenging the seas. With the waves to rest our heads, ship beneath us as our dead. Hoist it high upon our mast, the Jolly Roger flies. Somewhere in the endless sky, stormy winds are blowing wide. Waves are crashing. Evening comes, it's time to sound the drums. Steady men and never fear, tomorrow's skies are always clear. So pound your feet and clap your hands till sunny days return. Yo-ho, yo-ho-ho. Yo-ho, yo-ho-ho. Yo-ho, yo-ho-ho. Yo-ho, yo-ho-ho. There we are. Proper shanty for you, Paula. I did hope you enjoyed. Sorry about the wait again. Twitch loves not working, so. I literally saw a video earlier today of someone playing Binks's Brew for otters, and they seemed very, very intrigued by it. So, otters are just kind of naturally curious anyway, so. But who doesn't like a good Binks's Brew? Uncultured people, that's it. So, but
Moria doesn't.
well, Maury's stupid. So I've proven several times over, if we're being completely honest here. So he's not a smart man, I can say that for sure.
I almost said a spoiler.
That's fair. I'm gonna say something, and Stealth, don't you say anything specific, okay? I'm trusting you on this, cause earlier today I was talking about One Piece with one of a mutual friend of me and Stealth, and I was like, well, you gotta catch up to learn this thing, and they're like, well, that's hard, cause I think Luffy is annoying and dumb, and I was like, hey. He's one of those things. But I love Luffy. Genuinely, also one of my favorite characters. So, I will not take Luffy slander around here. He's a good rubber boy. He means well. He's emotionally intelligent, just not any other form of intelligent. Okay? Happens. Have you considered that maybe some people have other... I mean, I don't know. I'm trying to think. Has there been a time Luffy has, like, irrevocably made just a bad decision, just, like, you know, like, that he didn't pretty quickly unfuck? I'm not gonna count fighting Kaido. Especially because that wasn't even really his idea, if we're being honest. Stealth kind of punching the Celestial Dragon, but I feel like you're hard-pressed to find anyone who doesn't like that happened. Stealth, you got anything?
The call of Big Mom.
You know... I was about to say spoilers too, so I won't. We'll end it there. Okay, Luffy has made poor decisions, but I think he always takes care of his friends, so that's what's important. I'm not gonna say Luffy makes optimized decisions. That's not it at all, but I've always appreciated Luffy because he really just cuts around bullshit. In other, you know, cases where someone might not do something because of implied consequences, Luffy just does it because he doesn't care. And you want to know something? I like that. I like the cut of his jib. Alright, I'm gonna call it for the night because I gotta get ready for work tomorrow. And also I have to use the bathroom. So, honestly, I like what we did here. And we got a good start on this panel. So, I do gotta... I feel like Chester will be fine because he wears a massive fucking trench coat. So, it's just like his head and then the coat slumped over him. So, that's fine. Lindsay will be decently hard to draw because... full human, I have to draw hanging by her lapels. So, that'll be difficult, but for now, and we'll call it a night. We only watched like 30 or 40 episodes. I think any talk of One Piece is spoilers to me. That's fair. But also, I don't know. Here's the thing, right? It's like One Piece is in a weird neutral zone because it's still ongoing and there's still lots of like hot goss about hot topics about it, not the store. So on one hand that means like you really shouldn't spoil any One Piece, yada yada yada. On the other hand, it's been going for 30 years. So it's in a weird gray zone of like it's ongoing, people talk about it, you shouldn't spoil it for people. On the other hand, it's been going on forever, it's already gone, what are you talking about? So I don't know. Talking about what you sometimes it is the most person by person basis when it comes to spoilers. One Piece is, and that you have to understand if someone's like cares about spoilers for it, if they're currently watching it, what is the newest upcoming thing. I've talked before about the fact that fucking everyone and their mom likes to spoil one of the biggest things in One Piece, and they should be put into prison for that. So people can't help themselves. They have to make edits. They have to make edits and sad fan art, and then they have to tell everyone the exact context of that sad fan art. So, Lord, is Silent? I'm probably gonna raid Oki here. Is Silent Hill F good? I feel like I haven't heard too much about it. I've just seen the
from what I've watched, I've liked what I saw.
Yeah.
But I don't know how the Silent Hill heads feel about it.
Yeah. But also, weren't you the one coming to me that saying that a certain soundbite is very, very silly, which is not necessarily meant to be?
Yeah, but I haven't noticed that since, so...
That's fair. And also, point to me a horror game that isn't, like, somewhat unintentionally silly. It is very hard to do, because most of them are unintentionally a little silly. Which comes in part of just being, like, nervous as you're playing them, and you're just like, oh, that's actually funny, kind of. So, it's chill. It's chill. Alright, we're gonna raid Oki, which seems to be playing some kind of spooky PS2 inspired game, which is very fun. Not the Scooby-Doo one, I'm sorry to say that, but we'll get her next time.
Cyber Chase!
Cyber Chase, please! But yeah, we're gonna be back tomorrow, and we'll be playing some Zelda tomorrow. So I hope to see y'all there.
That's not Cyber Chase.
That's not Cyber Chase either. Well, I will get to stealth. We will get Cyber Chase when we drive home. I promise. Okay. Okay.
Bye.
Bye.